Genre means category. All writing falls into a category or genre. All categories of books or stories can be called either as fiction or non-fiction. Now, what is this fiction? Fiction category. Now, fiction is a made up story. It can tell about things that could happen. It is read for fun and it has characters maybe like real people or imaginary. Now, what is non-fiction? Non-fiction refers to factual stories focused on actual events and people. It has facts that can be checked and proven. Here, the author is very expert on this information. He has to know what he is writing and which is true. It has to be true. Now, let's first understand the word autobiography. This word is divided into three parts. Auto means self, bio means life, and graphy means printed or written. Children, this word autobiography came from the Greek word autos, which means self, and bios means life. That means a self-written account of one's life. Also remember, autobiographies are of different types. Some are thematic, some are religious, some are intellectual, and some are fictionalized. What is an autobiography? An autobiography is the story of one person's life written by that person. It is usually told in first person point of view and covers the author's entire life. Some shorter versions of autobiographical works are journals, diaries, letters, and memoirs. Some important elements of autobiography means some important points of autobiography. Characters are well developed in detail and are true to life. Setting is described vividly meaning in a way that produces powerful feeling. Details are interesting. Writers of autobiographies use objective and subjective details and anecdote to tell their life stories. Objective details can be proved. Subjective details are based on personal feelings and opinions and cannot be proved. Anecdote are short, often humorous, stories that enliven writing, meaning making something more appealing, and illustrate a point, meaning explanation with example. Chronological order. Chronological order is the order in which real-life events occur and the order in which most writers of autobiographies tell their stories. Point of view. Point of view is the perspective from which an autobiography is written. Since autobiographies are written by their subjects, they are told from the first person point of view and use the pronouns I, me and mine. Readers experience events through the writer's eye, knowing only what they think and feel about any given experience. Author's purpose. Author's purpose is the author's reason for writing. Authors of autobiographies often want to make sense of events in their lives and to communicate an important personal statement about life. They also want to give credit to people who influence them. Controversial individuals often write autobiographies to explain or justify their actions. What is biography? The word biography comes from the Greek word bio, meaning life, and graphy, meaning written. It is a complete information of a person's life which is written by a third person. It gives basic facts such as childhood, education, career, relationships, family, and death. There are four basic types of biographies: historical fiction, academic, fictional academic, and the prophetic biography. Some important elements of biography, meaning some important points in a biography: birth date and place, family members, childhood and school life, hobbies, interests and activities, anecdotes, career, reason for fame, old age, death, photos and likenesses. Here you will see the differences and similarities of biography and autobiography in the form of Venn diagram. First point, biography tells facts about a person and is written by someone else. It is written about a real person but not by the person. Whereas in autobiography, it tells events in a person's life and is written by that person. Second point, biography is written in third person, whereas in autobiography it is written in first person. Third point, biography describes the key facts about a person, likes, where, when, and how, whereas autobiography describes influences on the author. Next point, biography provides details to show how events in a person's life, talks about a person's achievements, things that have happened to them, and likes and dislikes. Whereas in autobiography, it describes interactions between the writer and significant people in their life. And the similarities in between them, it is written in chronological order. Both are written in chronological order, and it tells about a person's life. Children, will continue this lesson in our next session. Thank you for listening patiently. Autobiography, biography, similarities and differences. Now, let's go ahead with this lesson. This lesson is about an Indian cricketer, a famous personality, Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar. This lesson's genre is autobiography because it is narrated by Sachin Tendulkar himself. Sachin Tendulkar, former captain of the Indian national team, is widely regarded as one of the greatest batsmen in the history of cricket and is the highest run scorer of all time in international cricket. He was born on 24th April 1973 in Mumbai. Sachin Tendulkar, who has made the country proud by playing for 24 years, has been an inspiration and a role model for the youngsters. Children, role model means person who serves as an example by influencing others. This lesson throws light upon the childhood days of Sachin Tendulkar and how his childhood play has helped him to reap the best in him. His early years are responsible for the stamina and inner strength that he sustained during his cricket career. This lesson, Never Sitting Still, is an extract from Sachin Tendulkar's autobiography, Playing It My Way. Children, extract meaning a short passage taken from his autobiography book. So let's go ahead, children. I will read the lesson for you. Prose, Never Sitting Still. Undoubtedly, I had a fascinating childhood. Undoubtedly meaning without any doubt. I had a fascinating childhood. Here, since it's an autobiography written by Sachin Tendulkar himself, he's addressing in the first person point of view. I. He's saying, I had a fascinating childhood. Fascinating meaning extremely interesting. A sentence of our own. What a fascinating book. Fascinating. What a fascinating book. My early years were not boring. In fact, quite the opposite. Here he's saying my childhood was not at all boring. Instead, it was very interesting. Here, the word quite means to the utmost or most absolute extent or degree.
Children, let me clearly explain to you about this word quiet. There are two words, Quite, which is over here, and there is another word with the same sound, Quiet. They sound the same, but the meaning and spellings are different. As an adjective, Quiet, that is quiet, means free from noise. It can also be a noun or a verb. And the other word, Quite, which is in this sentence over here, it is an adjective meaning completely or to a considerable extent. So there is a sentence which I can tell you. If you can see here, my office is quiet and quite comfortable. I will miss it when I quit. You need to pay attention to the highlighted words in red. It tells us the pronunciation. Quite, quiet, and Quiet, quiet. Alright? A sentence for Quite, quiet. The house was quite big enough for us to live. A sentence for Quit, quiet. Stay quiet or we will be caught. I can trace a lot of stamina. Trace a lot of stamina means he saw that he discovered that he had got a lot of stamina. Stamina meaning the ability to sustain prolonged physical or mental effort. And inner strength that sustained me. Sustained meaning continuing for an extended period or without interruption. Sustained me during my cricket career to those early years which were full of fun. A sentence on sustained. My friend sustained serious injuries in the accident. A sentence on stamina. My friend has a lot of stamina as he attends 3 classes every day. We had moved to Sahitya Sahvas in 1971. Sahitya Sahvas, it's the name of the society where Sachin Tendulkar moved with his family in 1971. You can see that in the picture over here. In my growing up years, there was a great deal of construction work taking place there. This gave me and my friends the opportunity to play quite a few pranks on our neighbors. Pranks.
Excuse me, ma'am.